I want to launch a lawsuit against the U.S. government for their corruption. In my lifetime, I've seen both Democrats and Republicans being corrupt, but I've also noticed a pattern. The Democrats will mess up the country in their own unique way, causing their voters to lose confidence in them and infuriate their opponents to vote against them. Then the Republicans will win elections and have control over the country, only to mess things up so bad they make the Democrats seem not as bad, which results in their voters losing confidence and their opponents getting so riled up they'll show up to vote against them. And the cycle just keeps going on, which seems to be a strategy to keep people preoccupied with partisan issues while the rich keep buying politicians from both sides to enrich themselves. All the while the workers get less and we blame the left or right while being helpless against those on top. I remember during the Great Recession, the news would talk about how college graduates are having to work at McDonald's and live in an apartment because of how bad things were. And that was supposed to be bleak and a rock bottom for the US. But now that sounds like catching a break given how bad the job market is and how bad housing prices are. We are clearly being stringed along by those in power, and the only way out is for us to convince the rich and powerful to do better. But the question is how? Personally, I think we have to reject consumerism and bankrupt enough corporations to convince the rich and powerful that we aren't going to be manipulated by them anymore. This, unfortunately, will take incredible discipline that we sorely lack. Honestly, we need the discipline of a military state, but without the oppression and dictator. Because as it stands, we do live in a propagandist country with a small class of ruling corrupt elites. The inevitability will be a military dictatorship if we keep being slaves to our comforts and conveniences. Our mindless consumerism can't be sustained by the finite amount of resources in the planet. And when those in power can't control us with a comfortable life, they will turn to force to continue controlling us. The way I see it, every individual has 1/3 of the responsibility for themselves. The other third comes from our parents, and the last third comes from society. Sometimes we don't get good parents, and even worse, we may inherit their negative qualities, which is why it's so important to have a society that can help individuals and parents be the best that they can be instead of just extracting everything from us. Please subscribe to the channel to support this organization of Truth, Life, and Freedom so we can sue the U.S. government and have a government that embodies the best qualities of humanity so it can properly guide humans. We don't need to be led astray by our government because they have authority. They should drop all the propaganda and just live up to the promises of justice for all men are created equal, and the promise of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.